I lost the basketball.
That's freaking naked. Oh, thank God, it got back to the pool.
Hey guys, one second.
About to make a shot. About to do.
Okay, I think there's an airplane flying above us at the moment. If you see me occasionally doing this, it's because I burn really easily because I'm really, really white. I don't know why I haven't taken advantage of the fact that I literally have a pool that I could film in. And it's actually so dumb of me. Look how pretty it is out here. So, you're gonna hear a fountain. We have a little cute little fountain. Isn't that so cute? So, this video, as you saw by the title, is going to be just like a kind of a big sister talk. I graduated in May, so I am well aware of me being a graduate. I'm starting college soon, but that also means that I survived the highs and lows of high school. I was just a senior. I mean, that is how it works. I was obviously just a senior, so I went to like a small town high school. I don't know if I should give like a little backstory. No, y'all don't care about that. So y'all are obviously here because you just really love my content, or you're here because you want a little bit of tips, or you're just nervous and you want to listen to some people. I totally get that too. I'm not nervous about your first day of senior year, but I am nervous about my first day of freshman year of college. So, but I was there before. Senior year for me personally was not the best. It could have been 10 times better if I had followed these tips. So I could have had a much better senior year, but things happen. Here I am just trying to make sure that y'all have the best senior year that y'all can, because senior year should be the year, you know, year where you get everything figured out, where everything's gonna be okay, you get the college of your dreams, you graduate. My car got hit while I was on vacation, so after this video I have to actually go and get an estimate on my car. Embarrassing. I was not driving, okay? It was not my fault in the slightest. It was not the driver's fault either. Okay, this is not the point of the video. Senior year should be the year where you just get everything accomplished and you start to feel like an adult. And unfortunately, my year was filled with twists and turns and more lows than there were highs. So unfortunately, that was my year. But I want to make sure that nobody else has my year and we all just live in perfect harmony. So I feel like the first thing that I'm going to talk about is just kind of social stuff, like just how you should do it socially. That was also kind of a problem. Literally kind of every little aspect of senior year had its problem. Okay, I moved locations because it's really, really hot today, like hotter than it normally is. My phone was overheating. So there were definitely highs. and there were definitely lows. This year opened my eyes a lot into what I would appreciate in a friendship and just any friendship in general. And there's a card and my music's blasting. I'm incredibly thankful for every friendship that I had this year because almost every single one helped me realize a lot about myself. Helped me realize a lot about boundaries. One thing that I would probably take away from any friendship that you make this year, any friendship that you have in general this year, one thing that I would suggest is boundaries. There are a bunch of reasons why people need boundaries anyway. Every single person. I think this year I never expressed any kind of boundaries and they got crossed a lot, which is not fair, you know, which is not fair on a lot of people. Boundaries are so incredibly important for any person because every single person has a limit, and a lot of times if those boundaries aren't said, if those limits aren't said aloud, then they will get crossed all the time, and it is so exhausting because no one knows when to stop. No one in that situation knows, you know? And so as someone who got boundaries crossed a lot because I didn't speak up, and say anything, so who would have known? Everyone deserves some kind of care and love and respect and a friendship and a relationship, whatever. When I say relationship, I always mean friendships a lot of the time. But yeah, I am very thankful for socially of what's happened, because it did make me realize that I had been kind of living in a bubble socially for a while without even meaning to, because I had friends all over the school because I did things all over the school. This year specifically really opened my eyes a lot into what friendship means to me, what is expected of in friendships. If you think something's hurting you, then you need to back off of it. That goes for anything. I think my first tip would be boundaries, setting them, exploring what you think would be your limit, because you gotta know. I still don't really know, but I do know that everyone deserves boundaries, and everyone, I think I said boundaries maybe 20 million times. It's important to make sure that in any friendship you have, no one's uncomfortable and no one's pushing the other person. So make sure you surround yourself with people that will make you the most comfortable for senior year, because senior year is so crazy. Like, people say that it's just the most relieving, you don't have to do a whole lot. I think it's just insane. Be mindful, be incredibly mindful of that. Yay! You need to make sure that you are well taken care of for senior year, because a lot's gonna be thrown at you, and just do it in the best way and the easiest way possible. Okay, so the second thing that I'm probably going to talk about is motivation. I had the worst motivation, okay? I'm not even just like, ooh, what you doing? I'm not even just like trying to say that, you know, for like the sense of it, for the sake of the video. I really did have terrible motivation. I was taking like all classes. I don't know if this is an everywhere thing. It probably is. I'm probably about to sound really dumb, but at my school, you were able, if you were a senior and you didn't have to take other classes, you could have like a half day every day. You could take internship and go like work somewhere else, and you could just do like 4 classes and then leave at like 12 p.m. And a lot of people I knew took it, like one of my best friends took it. Me, on the other hand, I decided that I was going to take all AP classes again, plus an online class, so I could take another AP class. That was really smart. I mean, I do not regret it, because I personally really liked doing it, because I personally like to be really busy, but it did like end up kind of like biting me in the ass. So I took an online survey business class, and what everyone told me, but I just for some reason didn't follow, because I thought I was gonna rise and be above and beyond. Senioritis is so real, okay? It is so real. I knew that I was gonna have senioritis. I thought I had senioritis in junior year. No, it's not the same. It's not the same, okay? I was taking all classes, all AP like usual, and I had an online class, and I was like, okay, you know, I was like, whatever, I do this every single year, who cares? The amount of procrastination that I did that year, I cannot explain it. There's a Midtown that we have, and it's like a coffee shop if you don't know, and I went there every single day and did homework, and I was still behind, okay? I was still behind. And at one point I went there at like 8 in the morning. I skipped school. I got there at like 8 in the morning. I was with one of my friends, and we stayed for hours doing an online class, because we didn't do it the entire year. There was like a deadline, but like as long as you just completed the assignments by like the end of the first semester, all of them, then it did not matter. Obviously, because I was in a show, and I was in choir, and I was taking all AP classes. The last thing that I wanted to do was open up my computer and do another class, which I thought was not going to matter as much. It matters. It matters. I got so many emails from my online teacher, and she was like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And I was just like, oh, well, like, I'm sorry, I'm just like in a show right now. Just like, I did not want to do the class. I didn't. And on top of that, not only did I not want to do my online class, I didn't want to do any class. Like, the only classes that I really cared about were like my extracurricular activities. And music theory. I really liked AP music theory, but I had really great teachers. I did pass the exam. If you really think that you're going to like, I think the football's about to float in. There you go. If you have the mentality that's like, I mean, like, I know I'm kind of a procrastinator, but I feel like this year I'm just gonna have a new start, and I'm gonna do all my homework, and I'm gonna do all the AP classes. Don't do it. Don't. Okay, well, I'll take that back. You can do AP classes. I mean, like, I personally really like AP classes. I actually think they're kind of fun. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying, don't have that mentality. Be aware of yourself. It's going to be 10 times easier for you. It's going to be kind of difficult for you to take all of those classes, you know? Like, if you give yourself the whole like, oh, I'm gonna do it every single day, and then you have a bad day, and then every single day turns to every other day, and then it turns to every week, and then it turns to not doing it until the final week of your semester, that's so difficult. And you're already going to be so stressed out with colleges and stuff. Like, I promise you, college is so difficult, like, to just like have to balance if you don't have a good schedule like I didn't, because I never did. It's not worth it to put yourself through that mentally. You absolutely can do AP classes, you absolutely can do an online class. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying don't cut yourself short. And like, if you're, be real with yourself, you know? It's going to be difficult, but if you are more aware of it, then the more you're gonna get through that little phase of yours, and the more you're gonna be like, okay, I have to get this done, or I'm not gonna graduate. I'm not gonna graduate like with highest honors like I want to. It just kind of hit me at kind of the worst time of the year. That is my next advice, is motivation is difficult. I know it's difficult, okay? I mean, like, I know it's so hard. I know it's hard to do assignments. If you are so real with yourself, I liked to also look at, this might be really dumb, I might be kind of exposing. On like TikTok or like Pinterest, I would look up like study aesthetics and I'd be like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. And so I'd have the aesthetic of studying, and then I would eventually be like, no, I actually need to study. It would just kind of work out. I get bored really, really easily, but there were days where I was just so focused like on everything. I got stuff done so fast. Your motivation's gonna go down so badly, but it will all be worth it if you just push through, if you just get that assignment done. Somehow get the assignment done. So relieving. At the end of the year, you're gonna be like, I'm finally done. So yeah, that is probably tip number 2. Just do it. And be like Nike and just do it. There's ants. That's my phone. Try to climb up. This smells like bananas. It smells like banana Laffy Taffy. So the last thing that I'm gonna talk about is college. This is college, like college during senior year and just getting ready for college for our first year. If you're a freshman, like going to be a freshman in college like me, I feel you. I am terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. First, I'm gonna talk about college stuff in senior year. I feel like maybe 5 times a month, 3 to 5 times a month, you're gonna get some counselor, you're gonna get papers, you're gonna get all kinds of stuff. Your parents most likely are gonna be like, hey, fill these out. You're going to get stuff sent to you in the mail. It's gonna be a whole thing. If you haven't already, I got stuff sent in the mail like when I like a couple of years to that. And I think everyone kind of does that, but like senior year is where it gets really serious. That's the year where if you haven't already decided, you gotta, okay? You have to decide kind of like December. That's even a little bit late. I decided really late, okay? Because I wanted to go to an acting school. I wanted to go to a drama school. It's so weird for me to say, but I am a theater kid. I picked kind of late because I was scared. To be honest with you, I'm not good with change, like every other basic bit. I'm not good with change though. Like I was scared because I didn't want to do it, and so I lacked motivation, not only in schoolwork, but I lacked motivation to even look at colleges, even though I really wanted to go. It was really hard, okay? Like, my mom would be like, what is up? Like, we need to do stuff, and I'd be like, I know, but every time we talk about colleges, I just get like really uncomfortable. Only time that I was able to actually just sit down and be like, I need to do this, was when I looked up how fun college was going to be. I'm not saying it's like going to be perfect, you know, and everything, but whenever I was on like TikTok or stuff, I would be like, oh my god, like this is going to be my life. I'm going to be an adult. I'm going to be going to parties, and I'm going to go into stuff and do what I love. The more excited I got about it, the more willingly I was going to do it. You gotta have the right mentality if you are even going to take this college stuff seriously. They're gonna throw stuff at you all the time. Don't get freaked out by it. It's not as huge as you think. I would get like a folder for like all of your college stuff that they throw at you, and if there's like meetings you gotta go to, the papers that they give you, because they will give you papers, just put it down there, just put it in the folder. When you are mentally ready to open it, which I promise you, if you just give yourself time, you will be. Eventually you will open that and you'll be like, okay, let's get this college stuff done, and you'll be in the right headspace, and it's going to go so much smoother for you. It's not as big of a deal as they're going to make it seem in high school, where it's like, you gotta fill these out, or da-da-da-da. That's how my school was. It's really not. You have time. I promise you have time. Now for college, like freshman year, I don't have, wait a second, before I say that. So I guess my tip and just a little bit of advice would be, if you wait until you're absolutely 100% comfortable, it's going to take a while, but it's also okay to not be ready right when everyone else is. It's okay to be like, I'm still a little freaked out. I don't know if I'm ready to just fill these out yet. It's okay to take a little bit longer. It really is, because you have time. People are going to say, you're running out of time, you gotta pick. Breathe. You have time, okay? That's exactly how I was, and I found a college that I really want to go to, and I picked it, they let me in, and I was a little bit later than everyone else, and that's completely okay. Don't let people freak you out. Go at your own pace. Just remember that if you're never going to be 100% ready, and that's also okay too. All of that being said, now I'm probably going to talk about freshman year, like, of college, which I'm not going to have that many tips for because I'm also doing it. I haven't experienced it yet, so I can't give a bunch of advice. I also know that I will be making videos on my life there, because that's the only way I cope with time management, is whenever I'm like, okay, so this is when I did this, this is when I did this. Oh no, there's an ant on my phone. I will be making videos, just talking about my college experience and everything. I will be doing those constantly for freshman year. You want to check those out whenever I'm actually in college. I feel like my only piece of advice that I could possibly give is like, I understand. I am so scared. I'm not going to some like downtown college, which is also perfectly fine, by the way. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying I'm not gonna be as close to like other people as I normally would be right now. I'm going to another state. I'm gonna be by myself. I'm the only person going to this college. There's only like maybe 2 other people that I know that are going to be in that state that I know, and they're not going to my college. That's scary. I could lie to you and be like, but this is for the experience. I know I'm gonna have a good time. I know that everything's gonna be okay. I mean, I don't, you know, because I'm terrified. Most of the people that I'm like really close with are all going to be in the same range of each other. Like, they're gonna be very close, you know? So me, like, flying away is scary. I also know that if they are really your friends, they will stay with you. If they are really your friends, you know that you can still count on them, and it's gonna be okay. I am gonna come visit, and like, I have to come visit my best friends, you know? And I know that like the people that I know are going to come to me play football. I lost the basketball, so if you saw me throw that in a basketball goal, it's because I lost the basketball. If you're going on your own and you are so scared and you feel like you're by yourself, you're not. 1, I am also going to be by myself, so we are together. 2, have your family. You're going to have your family. If you feel like you didn't have anybody at your like high school and you're going to branch off and be by yourself, and maybe that's scaring you, just remember, you got through what, 4 years of high school? And if that's what you said it was, and you were kind of by yourself, you got through that. College is going to be a brand new start, and this is for everyone. College is going to be completely different, you know, and we're all going to be completely different. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. College is going to be kind of like a fresh start, where if things were kind of bad for you in your high school, college is going to be so different. Even if you're going to be with people who've known you your whole life, there's still going to be like half the other side of the school who does not know who you are. You can do something different with your life. People are just trying to do their own thing. So you can do your own thing as well, and no one's going to hate on you for it. No one should have hated on you for it, but now they really shouldn't hate on you for it. No eye bags here. Right. That is so southern. Pretty much all I really wanted to talk about, just like a few tips and things to talk about. I would be as prepared as possible for college. You don't have to be as prepared for senior year. Set boundaries, respect yourself. That is going to be a big part of it. You need to respect yourself, and you need to know that it's okay and you have people around you. It's okay to cry in your choir teacher's office when people aren't looking. Sometimes when people were looking. There's always going to be someone around you, even if you don't know it yet, that will see you. That will see you and that will help you. And everything's going to be scary, but hey, what isn't scary, right? We weren't scared of things and we didn't feel things like we did, then the world just wouldn't rotate on its axis the way it should. So, scientific fact, you know. Probably gonna end it here. If y'all want more tips, because I didn't do a whole lot, but I just wanted to go in depth on a few. If y'all do want more tips, I can make another video, but probably not. I don't have a whole lot of but I will be making videos on my college experience and different kinds of things. So if you want to check that out, then just go ahead. Smash that like button. Okay, I'm gonna swim in the pool. I have to get out of the pool in like 20 minutes, so I'm going to spend the rest of it actually enjoying the pool. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will come up with another video soon. All right. Oh, bye. Also, please do not make out under the stairs. It's actually really annoying.